What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Jets Report. My name is Patrick Seatman, and coming up on today's show, we have our New York Jets mock draft 5.0, the final one we are doing as we are just a day away from the 2025 NFL Draft. Couldn't be more excited. Feels like Christmas Eve tonight, so hopefully you guys are ready just as much as I am. But first off, let's take a look here at the Jets 2025 draft capital, if you guys don't know already. So we're just going to be doing the first 5 rounds, so it'll be 6 picks for the New York Jets. Pick number 7, 42, 73, 109, 146, and pick number 162. Now, we'll share with you guys all those picks here in a second, but before we dive into it, help us beat Bill's breakdown to a race to 100 subscribers. We're going to have this cutoff time be literally pick one of the NFL drafts. So if you guys could help me out, hit that subscribe button today. We just need 100 of you guys to go down there and subscribe to the channel. Plus, we keep you guys posted with every single pick, grades, UDFA tracker this weekend. So hit that subscribe button today. All right, we're going to go shocker here in round 1, pick number 7. We're going to have the New York Jets selecting Texas cornerback Jahdae Barron. Now, I have been saying this a lot here on the channel. I think this could be the shocking pick of not just for the New York Jets, but the entire NFL draft. Or even if Tyler Warren's on the board, I'd just say Membu goes 6, and we're sitting there and we're like, man, are the Jets locked into Tyler Warren? And we get the shocker where it's like, oh no, they're going Jahdae Barron. But Schefter also wrote this up in an article a couple days ago talking about Jahdae Barron, saying a pair of Texas players, offensive tackle Kelvin Banks and cornerback Jahdae Barron, have generated less talk than some of the other prospects at their positions. But both are in position to go higher than some people realize, with Banks being in play for Miami at number 13 and Barron being linked to the Jets at number 7. And like I was saying, if I had to call the shocking pick of round 1, it would be the Jets drafting Jahdae Barron, where I think if you just asked anybody, be like, yo, do you think Jets could take Barron at number 7? It'd be like, no way, there's no chance. That's such a reach. Why would they do that? Just go pick the surefire thing in Tyler Warren. But I also, this quote that Darren Moogie had to say yesterday, saying when head coach Aaron Glenn, is passionate about a player, you know you can feel it. And my question was, is he talking about Jahdae Barron? Like, is Darren Moogie almost preparing Jets fans to be like, yo, don't be shocked if we take a shocking pick here at number 7. And I think Jahdae Barron would be that. And I'll say this, Jahdae Barron is a hell of a football player. He was unreal for Texas this past season. Targeted 67 times, only allowed 36 completions, a quarterback rating when targeted of 33.1, 16 PBUs, 5 picks, no touchdowns allowed. He had a great year, extremely versatile player, physical player, really checks every box at the cornerback position. And, you know, my take on Jahdae Barron, if Aaron Glenn loves him, I love him. Like, listen, I will never know 1% of, you know, the cornerback position compared to Aaron Glenn. So if he legitimately, you know, and he'll do this in his press conference if this is a pick, he's like, hey, I think Jahdae Barron's going to be a top 5 corner in the league. I will agree with him. I will, you know, second everything he has to say, even though I think Jahdae Barron would be a reach at pick number 7. But also, if you're in a position, and that is a position of need, and with where the Jets are at right now, maybe you go a little BPA with this pick, where they say, yes, Jahdae Barron, we believe, is a better prospect than Tyler Warren. You got to tend to agree with Aaron Glenn in this new Jets front office. But what would you guys do? Would you draft Jahdae Barron at pick number 7? Give me a D for draft or give me a P for pass. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. I think I'm doing it. Screw it. Why not? Let's take Jahdae Barron at pick number 7. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Now we kick it to round 2 here because we got to address that right tackle position. And in the PFF mock draft I was doing, we kind of got a steal here. We got the Jets drafting Oregon offensive tackle with Josh Connerly Jr. Now, he had a pretty good year for Oregon this past season. Super long arms, super athletic tackle, and 965 snaps. He only had 1 sack allowed, 4 penalties. PFF graded him out pretty damn well, 78.1, 83.5 in the pass block, 72.5 in the run block. Now, why he could potentially fall is, you know, he's 6'4", 311 pounds. You know, most of these tackles coming out are 6'5", 6'6", or even like a guy from Minnesota. He's like 6'7", but this guy's a freak athlete, man. Ran a 5-second 40-yard dash, and his overall RAS score is 8.86. So the athletic ability's there. He also almost had a 35-inch vertical leap, which, you know, doesn't really matter for offensive tackles, but I think that speaks to the athleticism. And I think, you know, hypothetically, we're playing this scenario out here, where let's just say Jahdae Barron is the pick at number 7. I think you almost have to take offensive tackle in round 2 at pick number 42. You know, whether that's a Connerly, or maybe they go, Donovan Jackson, Josh Simmons, one of these guys. But I think offensive tackle, specifically right tackle, has to be the pick in round 2. You can't just wait on this. I know the Jets are probably hoping Membu's there, but if he's not, maybe you go corner like Barron in round 1, then you just go offensive tackle in round 2. But we also have to address the defensive line, and we're going to do so with C.J. West out of Indiana. Freak athlete. Love his tape. Love everything he's about. Very violent football player. And I think him next to Quinnen Williams, I mean, what a better guy to learn from than Quinnen Williams in the NFL. And he actually started off his collegiate career at Kent State, transferred to Indiana, and led one of the better defenses in college football this past season. 25 pressures, 8 TFLs, 2 sacks. But a reason why this guy is, a favorite pick for a lot of teams in round 3 is because he's a freak athlete. Now, yes, he is a little undersized, only 6'1", and barely 6'1" to be exact, but 316 pounds. But he ran a sub-5 40-yard dash, great 20-yard split, great 10-yard split as well, and also a 33-inch vertical leap. I think C.J. West would be a home run pick in round 3. I would be thrilled if the Jets went, Barron, Connerly, C.J. West as those first 3 picks. But we also got to get another weapon here. And I was thinking about going Elijah Roro in round 2, but I decided to go the offensive tackle because I do think you could pick up a weapon in round 4. And you could go another tight end here, but I thought the best player on the board was Colorado State wide receiver Torrey Horton. Now, this guy cooked Travis Hunter in a game. He's got some pop to his game. And, honestly, I think if he didn't get hurt this past year, probably talking about this guy being, a round 2, round 3 pick. And, maybe the Jets could take advantage, take him in the 4th round. But, he started off at Nevada, 2021, went for 659 yards there, transferred to Colorado State, 1,100-plus yards in back-to-back seasons. Then he did deal with injuries in the 2024 year. But I definitely do think the Jets need to make a move at whether that's wide receiver 2 or the tight end position. They got to do something at either of those spots. So I think that would be a solid selection for the Jets in the 4th round. Now, we are going to have them adding another Ohio State quarterback and just player in general to the roster. And we're going to have them drafting Ohio State QB Will Howard. Now, I don't think he'll be there in round 5. But we went to the mock draft, and he was. And Will Howard, big body, 6'4", 240-ish pounds. He's got a big arm. I like Will Howard as a prospect. The only way I'm taking him is if it's, round 5, 6, or 7. But, big reason why we're talking about even, Will Howard being drafted is because what he did in the college football playoff. In 3 games, he was awesome. 6 total touchdowns, 10.6 yards per attempt, 839 passing yards total in 3 games. So awesome stuff there and a high completion percentage as well. And, we have seen the development over the past 4 years for Will Howard. And I think his stats just, took a huge increase this past season just because he was playing at Ohio State, throwing to Jeremiah Smith, Emeka Buka, all those studs they have on the perimeter. But, he showed development at Kansas State as well. And, maybe this is a guy where, he's got the tangible side of it. He seems like he's got his head screwed on right. So, the intangibles are there too. This is just a risky pick. But then again, it's round 5. You're kind of just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it sticks. But, hey, those are my 5 picks for the Jets. If you guys could, grade my mock draft down below in the comments section. A, B, C, D, or F. You guys let me know your thoughts. I would rather go Membu or Warren in round 1, but I just want to play the hypothetical. If they do take Jahdae Barron, how could the rest of the draft play out? So you guys let me know. A, B, C, D, or F down below in the comments section. Also, friendly reminder, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on everything on your New York Jets. See you guys next time. As always, go Jets.